season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DKM with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys are having a good one. Strat-O-Matic just announced at the beginning of the year that they are going to be re-releasing the 1976 card set. And in honor of that announcement, we decided here at Coffee Cup Games, we would replay the 1976 playoffs. And we're going to do this by replaying the entire playoffs. In 1976, the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds, dominated the New York Yankees by sweeping them in the World Series. The championship series was a best-of-5 series. So let's replay the playoffs from 1976 and see if the Big Red Machine can again win the World Series or if another divisional champion will take the crown. So let's check out each of the league's championship series. In the American League, the number one seed was the New York Yankees, and they went against the Kansas City Royals. In the National League, the number one seeded Cincinnati Reds battled the number 2 Philadelphia Phillies. And which series are we going to start off with? We're going to do Game 1 from... Wait, before I announce it, you know I got to do this real quick. Just do me a quick favor. Hit the thumbs up, like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments, questions, snide remarks down below in the comment section. So now, who's going to be Game 1? We're going to do the American League Championship Series with the New York Yankees visiting the Kansas City Royals. So let's quickly go over the starting pitchers and the lineups. And for the Yankees, it will be Rivers, the center fielder, leading off. White will be batting second, playing left field. Munson, the catcher, will be batting third. Lou Piniella, the DH, will be batting fourth. Chambliss, the first baseman, batting fifth. Craig Nettles will be batting sixth, playing third base. Maddox, the left fielder, will be batting seventh. Willie Randolph will be batting 8th and playing second base, and Stanley, the shortstop, will be batting 9th. On the mound, no surprise, it will be Catfish Hunter. He went 17-15 with a 3.53 ERA. And for the Kansas City Royals, it will be Otis, the center fielder, leading off. George Brett, the third baseman, will be batting second. Hal McRae will be the DH, and he'll be batting third. Mayberry, the first baseman, will be batting fourth. Cowens will be in right field. He'll be batting fifth. Bouquet, the left fielder, will be batting sixth. White will be playing second base, and he'll be batting seventh. Padick, the shortstop, will be batting eighth, and Buck Martinez, the catcher, will be batting ninth. On the mound, very surprising start by Kansas City in 1976 for Game 1. It was Larry Gura, who went 4-0 with a 2.30 ERA. What made this so surprising was that he actually started the season off with the New York Yankees, but Billy Martin refused to play him because he disliked Larry Gura. So he was traded to Kansas City Royals. He didn't play in many games during the 76 campaign, but it was an ironic start as it was a chance for Larry Gura to be a hero and stick it to his old manager and his former team. So regardless if it was unconventional or if it was just trying to take a quick shot by Royals to take advantage of a player who was highly motivated, he was the starter in Game 1. Throughout the playoffs, we will be managing the New York Yankees in the American League and the Cincinnati Reds in the National League to see if we can lead them back to the World Series. So with that being said, now let's jump into Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. And welcome to Royals Stadium in Kansas City. It is an average day. The date is October 9th. The game originally was at 12 o'clock, so we're doing a daytime game. On the mound is Larry Gura. Up to bat first will be Rivers, the center fielder, who hit .312 with 8 home runs. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a pop out to Mayberry in first base for 1 down. Next up is going to be the left fielder White, who hit .286 with 14 home runs. The switch hitter is going to draw a walk, so we're going to get a quick runner on first base. We're going to try to steal. He gets a good jump.
He's out!
But he is going to be thrown out as he needed a 1-16 for a safe steal, and unfortunately gets a 17, so he's going to be thrown out by Buck Martinez for the out number 2. And now Thurman Munson is up, our best hitter. He's going to hit a ground ball to White at second for the third out, so a 1-2-3 inning. Unconventionally, but now we go to the bottom of the first. Otis is up, the center fielder. He hit 279 with 18 home runs. He's going to hit a ground ball to Randolph, who is probably one of our better defenders. He's going to make the play, and so that's going to be one down. And now George Brett, the future Hall of Famer, is up, and he's going to start off going opposite field, left center, with a home run, a solo shot by George Brett. So immediately, Kansas City jumps up 1-0. Hal McRae, the DH, is up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Stanley. That's going to be out number 2. And now Mayberry, the first baseman, is up, and he's going to hit a fly ball to Rivers in center field for a routine out number 3. But Kansas City jumps up 1-0 as George Brett rips a long home run into the left center field. So now Lou Piniella, the DH, is up. He hit 281 with only 3 home runs. He needs a 1-10. He is going to get the 10. So we get a single that barely gets past White, the second baseman. Couldn't quite reach it. And so Piniella is on first base. And now Greg Nettles is up, the third baseman, who led the team with 32 home runs. Is going to hit a ground ball to third. They're going to take the fielder's choice, not able to turn the double play. So that's going to be one down, and now Nettles is on first, and Chambliss, the first baseman, is up. He hit 293, 17 home runs, and he's going to be strikeout. So 2 down in the top of the second. Now Maddox is up, and he's going to draw a walk. So runners on first and second as Willie Randolph, the second baseman, comes up. He does good against left-handers, and he's going to draw a walk. So the bases are loaded for our number 9 hitter, Stanley, who unfortunately only hit 238 in 1976, but a golden opportunity for him in the top of the second. And he is going to hit a line ball straight at Mayberry at first for the third out. That's going to end the inning as we leave the bases juiced and not able to capitalize in that inning. Bottom of the second, here is Cowan, the right fielder. He is going to lead off with a single, a ground ball that gets right up the middle. And he's going to be on first with a leadoff hit. And now Poquette, the left fielder, is up, who hit 302. Cowan's not able to get a lead. Poquette is going to hit a ground ball to Chambliss. Chambliss is going to have to make a good play, throw it to first as they get the easy out at first. Cowens is now on second with 1 out. And White, the second baseman, is up, who only hit 229. Cowan still cannot get a lead. White is going to hit a ground ball to Stanley at short, who keeps Cowens at second and gets the easy out at first. So 2 down. And now Paddock, the shortstop, is up, who at 241.
Just a bit outside.
And it's going to be a wild pitch as Hunter throws one into the dirt. And now Cowens is on third. And so now Paddock is up, the shortstop. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Stanley to end the inning. So we are able to escape that one. But after 2 innings, Kansas City leads 1-0, top of the third, top of the order. Our leadoff man, Rivers, the center fielder, who at 312, is up to bat. He popped out in the first, and he's going to hit a foul ball behind the plate. And that's going to be an easy out by Martinez. 1 down, and now White is up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Mayberry. That's going to be the second out, and now Munson is up. Munson is going to hit a single opposite field as he is now going to be on first base. And he has a chance to get a lead. He does not. And so he's going to stay at first. And Piniella, who has a single, is going to be up the bat. He's going to hit a fly ball that's going to be easily taken in by Poquette in left field. And that'll be the third out. And so now we enter the bottom of the third. Buck Martinez is up. He needs a 1-6 for a double. Everything else is a single. He's going to roll a 4. So he hits one into the gap, and Buck Martinez, the number 9 hitter, leads off with a single as they get to the top of the order. Otis, the center fielder, is up. He grounded out his first at bat. He's going to hit a ground ball to Stanley, who checks on Martinez and takes the easy out for out number 1. Here's George Brett, who hit the home run in the first inning. He's going to hit a fly ball to right field to Maddox. And Maddox is going to throw the ball to third as Martinez was tagging up. But it's a good enough throw to keep Martinez staying at second base. And now Hal McRae, the DH, is up, who hit 332. And he is going to hit a fly ball to White in left field for the third out. So they get a runner in scoring position, but are not able to capitalize. So after 3, New York trails 1-0 as we have 0 runs on 2 hits, have not committed an error. Kansas City has 1 run on George Brett's home run in the first off of 3 hits and has not committed an error either. Top of the 4th, here is Nettles, the third baseman, our team leader in home runs. He is going to be strikeout. So 1 down in the 4th inning. Now Chambliss is up, who struck out in the 2nd inning. He's going to hit a line ball to Mayberry, and that's going to be 2 down. And now Maddox is up, who drew a walk in the 2nd inning. He's going to pop out to Mayberry. And so that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 4th, Mayberry, who just made 2 straight outs, is up to bat. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chambliss at first, his counterpart. And that'll be 1 down. Now Cowens, who had a single in the 2nd inning, is going to fly ball to White. White has to run a little bit, but is able to get there easily. 2 down, and now Poquette's up, who hit a ground out in the 2nd, and he's going to hit a fly ball opposite field also to White. And that's going to be a routine fly ball that White's able to bring in easily. And that's going to end the inning as we now enter the top of the 5th. Randolph, who drew a walk in the 2nd inning, is up to bat to lead us off. He's going to hit a ground ball to White at 2nd, who's going to be able to make a beautiful play. And that's going to be an out. 1 down, and now Stanley, the shortstop, is up, and he is going to draw a walk. So we will take Stanley, our number 9 hitter, getting on base any way possible. And now top of the order, as the center fielder Rivers is up, who hit 312, and he's going to hit a inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. No! Unlucky. As we go into the bottom of the 5th, Catfish Hunter has only allowed 3 hits, and now White is up, and White's going to hit a ground ball to Randolph at 2nd. That's going to be 1 down, and now Paddock is up, and he is going to get a single as he pulls this one over third base, and that's going to be taken in by White. Paddock has great speed as he is their fastest runner. He's going to obviously try to get a lead. He does. He has a 1-15 out of 20, so 75% chance. He's going to try to steal. We're going to try to throw it, and he is going to get there easily as he is on 2nd base. And now Buck Martinez, the number 9 hitter, who only hit 228 with 5 home runs in 1976, had a double in the 3rd inning, and they are going to try to steal 3rd. 45% chance, so a 1-9. Here's the throw.
He's safe.
And he barely beats it with an 8, so he is on 3rd base as Paddock gets 2 stolen bases in the inning. Buck Martinez with a chance to knock in a run. He's going to hit a fly ball to Maddox in right field. Maddox is going to have to drop a little bit. He has a good arm, but Paddock has got great speed, so that's going to be a sacrifice fly as Kansas City now takes a 2-0 lead. And now with 2 outs, Otis, the leadoff man, is up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Randolph, and that is going to be a single as Randolph cannot get there. Another hit for Kansas City, and now George Brett is up, and he needs a 1-5 for a double. It's going to be a 14, so it's going to be a single, and with Otis's speed, he's going to try to get the 3rd, and White has a horrible arm. So Otis is able to take 3rd, as we're not going to try to throw it to him. It was a 95% chance he was going to be safe, so we're just going to keep Brett at 2nd base. And now McRae is up with runners at the corners in the 3rd inning. They try to get a lead. He does not. They're going to do a delayed steal, 1-11, but they could steal home 1-8. We are just going to let Brett take that stolen base. And now Hal McRae, we are going to intentionally walk him, leaving the bases loaded as we want to face Mayberry, the first baseman, who hits well against right-handers. He hit only 232, though. He did have 13 home runs, and he is going to rip a double down the line opposite field. And they are going to clear the bases with that double as they knock in 3 runs and take a huge 5-0 lead. And now Cowens is up, who's going to hit a fly ball to right field to end the inning. But Kansas City with 4 runs in the 5th So now we go top of the 6th. We're definitely going to need to rally back hard on this one. And so Larry Gura, who was not appreciated, never played, was eventually traded from the New York Yankees to the Kansas City Royals, is possibly going to win game 1. Loving this one. Randall White is up. He is going to hit a ground ball, and that's going to be out number 1. I said Randall White, I meant Roy White. As now Thurman Munson is up. He has a single. He needs a 1 to 6. It's going to be a 9, so it's going to be a line out to second base for out number 2. And now Lou Piniella is up. He needs a 1 to 10. He's going to get an 18. So the 20 die is not rolling well for us in this one.
That is why you fail.
As that was a 1-2-3 inning. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th. Poquet is up. He is 0 for 2. He needs a 1 to 18 for a triple. He's going to get a 2. So he's going to start off with an inning beginning triple. As Catfish Hunter has given up 8 hits in 5 innings so far. Now White is up, the second baseman. He is going to hit a pop-up to Stanley at short. So keeping the ball in the infield. Poquet remains at third base. And now Paddock is up, who had a single, has scored a run. He's 1 for 2. He's going to hit a ground ball to Stanley. We're going to take the easy out at first base, as that's going to score another run, as they now lead 6-0. And now Buck Martinez, the number 9 hitter, is up, and he's going to be struck out. So top of the 7th, Greg Nettles is up, the third baseman. We need to get something going here, and he is unfortunately going to pop up to the catcher, as Larry Gura has only allowed 2 hits so far in this one. And now Chambliss is up. He needs a 1 to 7. He's going to get a 17, so it's not a home run. It will be, though, a double. So our third hit of the game, runner in scoring position. Now Maddox is up. He's going to pop up the second to Roy White. That's going to be out number 2. And now Willie Randolph's up. He's going to hit a fly ball to center field. Otis, an incredible defensive player, is going to have to make a play, which he will, for out number 3. So, bottom of the 7th, Otis is going to lead off their leadoff man. He's a 1 to 2. He's going to get a 13, so that's going to be 1 down. And now it's going to be George Brett, who's 2 for 3 with a home run. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chambliss at first. That's going to be an out. Now Hal McRae is up, and he's going to pop up to first base to Chambliss. So it'll be a 1-2-3 inning. But we still trail by 6 as we enter the top of the 8th. Here is Stanley, our shortstop, our ninth hitter. He's going to start off with a ground ball to Paddock at short for 1 down, and now Rivers is up. Rivers hits a pop-up behind the plate. Martinez is going to have to make a play, but he drops it. So Rivers survives as Martinez drops that one. So Rivers gets another shot with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Can he do something with that opportunity? He does not, as he hits a ground ball to short for out number 2. And now White is up, who's over 2. He did walk. He's going to hit a ground ball to Paddock for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning. As we enter the bottom of the 8th, Mayberry is up. He's got a double. He needs a 1 for a double, and anything else is a single. He gets a 13, so he will lead off the 8th inning with a single. And now Cowens is up, who's going to hit a fly ball to Rivers in center field. That's going to be an out. And now Paquette, who had that triple, is going to need a 1 to 3. He's going to get a 16, so that's going to be a line out the second for out number 2. And now White is up. He hits a ground ball to Randolph for out number 3. And so Kansas City leads this one 6-0 as we enter into the top of the 9th. Gura is pitching a great game. He has a shutout going. He's only allowed 3 hits so far, as we got our 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up, and Munson's going to lead us off. He needs a 1 for a double. He gets a 16, or a 6. So it will be good enough for a single. So our 4th hit so far in this one, we're going to try to steal. He needs a out. 1 to 15. He's going to get thrown out with a 16. So another player thrown out at second is Lou Piniella with 1 out is up the bat. He's going to hit a ground ball to Paddock at short. And now Greg Nettles is up, and he's going to hit a fly ball for the 3rd out and the final out of the game, as Larry Gura comes in with vengeance and completely shuts out the New York Yankees as we lose this one 6-0 in a very lopsided Game 1 as the Kansas City Royals take the lead in the American League Championship Series 1-0. Well, as the manager of the Yankees in this game, that was quite disappointing as we get slaughtered 6-0. Kansas City Royals pitcher Larry Gura gets his revenge against Billy Martin, his previous manager, and his former team who traded him mid-year. Billy Martin did not like Gura and would not play him, but Gura comes in Game 1 and pitches a 9-inning complete game shutout, allowing only 4 hits, as he was also supported by his offense as George Brett gets a solo home run in the first, and then Mayberry with the bases loaded clears them with a double as Kansas City takes Game 1 and now leads the American League Championship Series 1-0. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I did not. That's okay though. We have Game 2 coming up in the next episode where I'm hoping to split the road trip, one a game apiece, before we go to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. So until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one.